Excuse me, but is this a Miss Aubrey Anderson?
Huh? Who are you? Are you trying to hit on me?
No. I'm the husband of the victim of the accident you caused the other day. My name's Isaac Robbins, and my wife's name is Matilda Robbins. Don't pretend you don't remember.
Oh yeah, I do remember now. It just came back to me, lol. What do you want?
Not what do you want. How do you plan on making up for what you did? In spite of the serious fact you ran my wife over and caused her a very serious injury, you've been ignoring all of my phone calls and actually had the nerve to block me. Luckily, I was able to find your messenger account using your phone number, which is how I'm speaking with you now.
So, those phone calls were about the accident, lol, whoopsie. I thought you were some kind of creep stalker, so I blocked your number. Although it is kind of creepy that you would go out of your way to look up my messenger account. That's really weird, you know. Don't you feel ashamed?
Are you making fun of me? Do you have any idea of the gravity of the situation you're in? My wife's lying in a hospital bed right now after you ran her over because you were playing around on your phone instead of looking at the road. That would be bad enough on its own, but on top of that, you've ignored us for a whole 4 days and didn't show up to visit her in hospital once. Do you feel even an ounce of remorse for what you did?
These things happen. It's not like I had a great time of it myself. I got injured and had to go to the hospital too, you know? I was super busy. I just haven't had the time to visit. It's not that I didn't want to.
I know all about the extent of your injuries. You have a slight graze on your forehead, and that's it. You didn't even need to be admitted. You went home the same day, didn't you? It's been 4 days since then. There's no way you haven't had a chance to come.
Even still, it's not like I have a duty to visit her. I mean, why would I? I'd visit my friends if I ran them over, but you guys are strangers to me. If she wasn't dawdling around the crosswalk like that, I wouldn't have hit her in the first place. I've seen faster snails. Yeah, that's right. The accident was her fault.
What?
Plus, she's injured me too, so we're both in the same boat here. Would you just cut it out already? This is old news now.
It only happened 4 days ago. It is most definitely not old news. You were so distracted by your phone, you ran my wife over right in the middle of a crossing after running a red light. Who the hell do you think you are, speaking about her like that? You broke Matilda's leg!
So what? Bones heal, you know. She'll be fine before long. Just think of it as an opportunity for her to read books and learn sewing or something. Take a chill pill, sheesh. Plus, she's alive, isn't she? What's the big deal? Hopefully, she learned her lesson and drives more safely from now on. Did you know the doctor told me I might have a small scar on my forehead for the rest of my life after this? A small scar! Isn't that just, like, the worst? Don't you feel guilty? What's more important, some random old woman's leg or my beautiful face? That's a rhetorical question, by the way. You will be paying me if it scars, won't you?
You've got to be kidding me. Us? Pay you? The only reason you grazed your forehead is because you panicked and swerved into a guardrail after you realized you'd hit my wife. How dare you play the victim? You should be ashamed of yourself, young lady. You don't show any remorse, you don't apologize, yet you have the nerve to demand money from the victim? Just what exactly are you hoping to achieve with this disgraceful attitude of yours?
Disgraceful attitude? I don't know what you mean.
It's considered the right and proper thing to do for the perpetrator to visit the victim in hospital and apologize sincerely in these kinds of situations. Have you no humanity? The only one who should be paying compensation and medical bills is you. Have you no conception of any of this? Where are your morals, young lady?
You can whine at me as much as you want, but I don't have any money to give you. I can't pay you something that doesn't exist. So sorry, but not sorry.
I told you to stop screwing me around! Is there no limit to your selfishness? How can you still think this is a joke? I'll be reporting this to your parents and college.
Hey, don't do that. That'd be a real nuisance for me. My mom would be so mad if she knew I wrecked the car. That's it. I just thought of, like, the best idea of all time. Tell me, old man, how old are you?
What? Where did that come from?
Forget that. Just tell me, how old are you?
34. What does that have to do with anything? Don't try and change the subject.
Wow, 34? Don't forget your Zimmer frame, old man. Maybe it's not too old, though. Okay, I think I can allow it. Okay, here's the idea, old man. So, about the accident the other day, I'm willing to go on a date with you if you agree to forget all about it. One whole date with me! How does that sound?
What?
I'm free all day this Saturday. So I'm willing to go on a date with you if that's what it takes to get you to shut up, Gramps. So, what do you think? You'll go out with me and then we can just forget about what happened, can't we? We can, can't we? Lol.
What on earth are you talking about? I don't understand.
Your mind must be slowing down with your old age. Let me make it super easy to understand. If you let me off the hook and drop all this stuff about money over the accident the other day, I'll go on a date with you. One whole day that you get to spend with me. You should be counting your lucky stars. Chances like this don't come around for guys your age every day. Don't you think it sounds great? You get to hang out with a hot college student all day.
How many times do I have to tell you to stop messing around? Cut it out already! I'm serious! Are you a total moron? There's no way you can make up for what you did to my wife with something like that! How preposterous! I refuse!
Are you sure? I mean, are you really sure? How often do you get the chance to hang out with a hot college student? Not often, I'm guessing. Lol. We can do whatever you want for the whole day. Anything.
You really should know when to stop. I'm running out of patience with you. Hanging out with you wouldn't pay my wife's medical bills, nor would it heal her broken leg. All I want is to see some sincerity.
Duh, that's why I'm offering you the chance to go on a date with me. I'm sincerely asking you out on a date, lol. I'm offering you a date out of the goodness of my heart because you seem upset, lol. Surely that's the very definition of sincerity, lol. Plus, if your wife's leg's broken, that means she won't be moving around for a while. Which means you're gonna end up all kinds of frustrated, if you catch my drift. It's unhealthy to let that kind of energy build up, old man, and I'm kindly offering to help out. One thing's for sure, I look a damn sight better than that old hag, lol. Oh, is this why you don't want to go on a date with me? You're so old, it doesn't work anymore? This is too hilarious.
That's enough! I'm taking you to court!
What?
I've been waiting and waiting, sitting tight this whole time waiting for the phone to ring, thinking you would phone us about settling out of court. But nothing came. Now I contact you and this is how you behave? Do you think I'm just going to take your insulting my injured wife lying down? I'll be filing criminal charges against you, so you get the punishment you deserve. You'll be hearing from my lawyer over the coming days. Prepare yourself.
Huh? I don't understand what that means, Gramps. Criminal charges? What's that? I know. You're trying to scare me by using big fancy words. Well, it's not gonna work. Lol.
If you don't understand, I suggest you go and do some research, because reality is going to come knocking on your door very soon. Or are you so lacking in common sense that even something as simple as that is impossible? If you don't figure it out now, your future is going to be ripped away from you in the blink of an eye, and you're not even going to understand how it happened. Why? Because you'll have a criminal record, and you'll owe huge sums of money. And you know what? That's fine by me. I have no intention of negotiating a settlement with you now. I won't sign any petitions for sentence reduction, no matter how much you beg me. I'll see to it that you don't get away with this if it's the last thing I do.
No, please, wait. I just looked it up. If I get a criminal record, that means I'll be a criminal. I'm gonna be a criminal. Me? No, that isn't the life I want to have. Please, wait. And what do you mean by losing my future and owing huge sums of money? That sounds bad.
How do you not understand what I mean? Are you genuinely stupid? Did you accidentally buy a plank of wood instead of a phone? Investigate it by yourself. Maybe if you do, you'll finally realize how serious this situation is.
I looked up what criminal charges means and stuff about severe punishment, sentencing, and prison started coming up. Plus, there were tons of links about compensation payments. Does that mean what I think it means? You have got to be joking me! Like, oh my god, this can't be happening! Me in prison? Please tell me you're bluffing!
I'm not joking, and I'm not bluffing either. In fact, I've never been more serious about anything. Not only did you run over and severely injure my wife, but you responded with the most childish, insolent, disrespectful attitude I've ever seen in a human being. Do you think for one moment I'm going to let you get away with that? Even if you just pretended to be remorseful, even if you just put on an act of being sorry, you are still barely in your 20s, which basically makes you a child. And I would have been willing to discuss settlement out of court. But no, you had to push. You had to be cocky, to be arrogant, to insult me and my wife. Well, if that's how you want to play this, then I swear I will fight you to the last.
No, just wait. I'll be in big trouble if you do that. It says online that it's hard for people with criminal records to find work. Mom said she'll kick me out if I don't find a job when I graduate college. Ugh. Plus, it says I may have to pay tens of thousands of dollars in compensation. I don't have that kind of money. I don't even know if my mom and dad have that much. Just because I may have lightly brushed your wife as I went past her in the car? Why?
What? How are you somehow suddenly surprised? You wouldn't discuss any kind of settlement. Your attitude's been a disgrace from the outset. You did practically everything you could to make me as angry as possible. You were as good as asking me to take you to court.
I never asked you to do that. All I did was offer to go on a date with you instead of paying compensation. The offer still stands, by the way. How about that date? Let me off the hook and we can go for pizza and drinkies, baby.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not interested in going on a date with you? I hate stupid, vulgar women like you. I'm instinctually repulsed by the idea of letting you off the hook for running over and breaking my wife's leg by going on a date. Besides, it's not me you need to apologize to, it's my wife.
I get it. I'll apologize to her, I swear. Which hospital is she at? I'll pay you the settlement money too. Just name your figure. I can get a hold of it. Please, just don't take me to court. Anything but court.
Too little, too late. I already told you we're past the point of apologies and settlement negotiations. From now on, I'm dedicating my life to ensure you get the heaviest punishment possible. I have nothing more to say to you. All further communications will be sent through my lawyer. Expect to hear from him soon. And like I said before, prepare yourself.
Just stop it already. I told you, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how much trouble I'll be in if you file criminal charges against me? I'll tell my dad if you do it. I swear I will. Believe me, you don't want to see my dad when he's angry.
If you think you have something you need to tell him, then tell him. In any case, I plan on reporting this to your parents anyway, so it's probably in your best interests that he hear it from you first. I'll tell them all about how their daughter ran over my wife, then tried getting out of paying compensation or medical bills by offering to go on a date with me, the victim's husband. Mark my words. By the time I'm finished, they'll know full well what a terrible person their daughter is.
No, don't do it! Please don't tell my dad. He'll get mad at me. He'll stop paying for me to go to college. I'm begging you, please hear me out.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I can feel my IQ drop every time you speak. See you in court. After that, I blocked all contact from Aubrey Anderson. Then I left everything else to my lawyer. I don't know whether it's because they heard from my lawyer, but Aubrey's parents showed up at the hospital with faces as white as sheets. But no longer having any interest in apologies or settlement negotiations, we had the nurses tell them we weren't taking visitors and sent them on their way. The result? Aubrey Anderson was found guilty in court. The judge ordered her to pay us a whopping $40,000 in compensation and medical bills. Her parents were no longer willing to cover her tuition fees, so she was forced to drop out of college, and to add insult to injury, they kicked her out of the house and cut off all ties with her. She really was an irredeemable fool. Thankfully, my wife's leg healed nicely, and she made a full recovery. She was able to return to her normal life, pretty much unchanged from how it was before, and I'm very relieved about that.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hello, darling. Would you come and pick me up, please?
Darling?
What's up?
I thought you were going out drinking with your friends from work. All over with?
Yeah, I think I drank a little too much. So, my darling, please come and pick me up.
I really don't mind, but are you sure it's okay if I go? When I showed up at the last party with your work buddies, you had a total fit. You said you were embarrassed, as I recall.
Forget all that. Just come and pick me up. I can't stand. Can't even walk. Get over here and carry me. Come on. I need to be treated like a princess. Please, darling.
Not gonna do that in front of your friends. I think it would be way better to call a cab. I'll even wait for you outside the house. I could go and pick you up, of course, but once you're sober, you'll just make a big fuss.
No cab. I want you, Marky. I want you to pick me up.
Marky?
Yeah, Princess Sarah wants Marky to pick her up. Come on, Marky. Treat me like the princess that I am.
Sarah, how about if your husband picks you up?
No way. I don't want him picking me up. I don't want the old geezer coming to pick me up. How humiliating.
Humiliating, huh?
Yeah, sure. That old fatso, my husband, give me a break.
Do you really dislike him so much?
Despise him. He's even worse now. Total transformation. Just a middle-aged, pot-bellied lout. That pot-belly, it's disgusting. Hairy, too. Chest, legs, ugh. A damn gorilla is what he is. His face, too. Way below average. The least he can do is be a little more hygienic. There is nothing manly about this guy. He's always groveling, kissing people's asses. But then, he's like always lecturing me. Really gets on my friggin' nerves. And another thing, he stinks. I mean, doesn't the guy ever shower? Is this what's called old people smell? Like they're decaying or something?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I just can't stand being around him anymore.
If you despise him that much, just get divorced. Seems like the obvious choice. So why?
You don't think I want that? Can't stand the guy, but he does make pretty good money. Won't hurt to keep him around as a source of income.
I really think you should divorce the guy if you hate him so much. Get a divorce right away and marry me. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Really? That makes me so happy. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna dump him and marry you, Mark.
Well, if you feel that way, things will move along quickly. I'll call you a cab, so get over to my place. I'll relay the directions.
Yeah, could you? My hubby is just so disgusting. I'm on my way. I don't want to ever go back to that house. Never want to see the mug again. When I get there, get ready for some lovin'.
I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere.
Hey, Dawn. Good morning. What time did I get home last night? All just a blur. Don't remember a thing after the party.
Morning. You got back before midnight anyways. You got here by cab. Paid for it, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Hey, did I say something weird last night? The reason I ask is, had this odd dream last night.
No, I don't recall you saying anything. After you got home, you were out like a light.
Oh yeah? Great. Forget it then.
But before that, you did lie me with a bunch of stuff. Especially about Marky.
Huh? No way.
You wanted this Marky guy to pick you up, right? Treat you like a princess or something or other? So sorry that you had to come home to a big, fat, smelly slop. Yeah, but I didn't know where this Marky lived, so...
Wait a sec. Huh? Who is this Marky you keep mentioning?
Who? Come off it! Don't tell me you don't know the guy! It's the guy you're deeply in love with! You said it yourself! You said you didn't want to see my mug and that you were headed to Marky's place! You even said you were gonna marry the guy!
No, that's all a big fat lie. Anyways, there is no such record of that kind of conversation on my phone. You probably just had a bad dream is all.
Of course there's no record of it. I took the liberty of deleting all of it last night, but I do have it all saved on my phone, and got all the screenshots of it too. Got a backup copy on my PC too, just in case.
Why would you do that?
Well, if you saw it later, you would obviously try to get rid of the evidence, and you might even hatch a plot with Marky to take off together.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not having an affair. And I don't know this Mark or Marky you keep mentioning. And you could be making the whole thing up. You're probably writing it all yourself. That's no proof.
Mark Sullivan. That's Marky's real name, right?
Huh? But why?
Why do I know his full name, you ask? Just because I deleted the conversation online, you think I didn't see the rest of it? Yup, I checked out everything on your phone. All the stuff in Line and other SNS apps. Oh yeah, and all the photos and emails. Also, all the transactions on your online banking. Man, collected a lot of two-timing evidence on you. Got a load of photos, conversations, even videos. I was able to figure out where he lived from all those photos. From the online banking transactions, I got proof that you were funneling cash to Marky. You were sending the guy over $2,000 each time. A bit strange, don't you think? I mean, your part-time pay is something like $1,300 or $1,400 per month, right?
How do you even know all that? I had a security lock on my phone.
Like I said, you were out like a light. Easy to get your fingerprints. Fingerprint security isn't really safe. With family, at least.
How could you? That's all confidential. A breach of privacy. I could take you to court. It's a crime, you know.
Maybe I should take you to court. What do you think? Let's have a third party make the right judgment in this case.
We don't have to go that far. This is important. Let's meet face to face and talk this through. Besides, where are you now? You're off from work today, right?
Now? I've run away from home.
Run away?
I just couldn't stand being under the same roof as a girl like you. As I'm away from home, I'm taking this opportunity to go around to friends and neighbors to explain the whole situation to them.
What do you mean?
Well, for starters, I visited your co-conspirator's place. Your folks' place as well as mine.
What? You blabbed it all to my folks?
Goes without saying. I mean, we're getting divorced. Gotta explain it to all our parents, right? Your mom was crying, you know. Poor woman. She brought you up as a single mom, and her daughter is fooling around with other guys? I would want to cry too.
How could you? There are things that you can and cannot do.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I've done nothing wrong. You're the one who had an affair. I'm just collecting the evidence and cleaning up after you is all. Things that you can and cannot do, huh? Well, then you shouldn't have been unfaithful.
Shut up! I cheated on you because I was no longer attracted to you. You got nothing going for you except how to make money. I'm sick of you always lecturing me. Yeah, okay, divorce. As you wish, you can have your little divorce.
I don't need your permission. I already planned to. I really thought I would at least get an apology from you. If you apologize, I won't demand full compensation.
No way will I ever apologize to the likes of you. Never gonna happen. Anyways, as soon as I dump you, Mark's gonna marry me. So there! Compensation? Mark will take care of that for me, no problem. Mark loves me very much, unlike you. And you, if you divorce me, you'll never get married again. You'll just grow old, all alone, with nobody to take care of you. Who do you think will have won in the end? Yeah, me.
Oh yeah? Your precious Marky? Yeah, he took off.
Huh?
Yeah, I went over to his place and he said he'd willingly pay the compensation, but to just let bygones be bygones. And then he was gone. He said he was just having fun with you and had no intention of getting married. He pleaded with me to not take this to court, and he said he was moving away. Said he was afraid you'd become some crazed stalker. Long as I get the compensation, I'm fine with it. Didn't stop him from taking off or anything.
Huh? You're not serious, are you? Mark abandoned me? He's not going to marry me? Why? This is not happening.
So that's the story. Sarah? Sorry. Anyway, I'll send over the divorce papers. I already signed it, so I urge you to do the same. I'm also going to demand compensation for emotional distress. Plus, the money you shelled out to Mark on a regular basis, which amounts to $60,000, give or take. I'll include my lawyer's business card, so if you have any complaints, contact him directly, please. I'm going to go ahead and block your line account.
Just a sec. You're not serious. How am I supposed to pay $60,000? I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, well, you forgot the compensation. Probably be more like $100,000, give or take.
That's impossible. I can never do that. No divorce. I'm not getting divorced.
You've got no say in it. I want a divorce, and that's that. It's over. You got something to say? Talk to my lawyer. Okay, see ya. Gonna block you, so...
Hold on a second.
After that conversation, I sent Sarah the divorce papers. I thought she'd try to worm her way out of it, but she signed it and sent it back right away. Apparently, her mom gave her a good dressing down and forced her to sign it. She also agreed to the compensation. In installments, mind you. And the divorce went through without further BS. Afterward, she tried to trash talk me at work. But most of them knew what kind of person she was and just ignored her. As a matter of fact, she only managed to embarrass herself. But she had to pay the compensation, so she couldn't simply quit. As for me, I was a bit concerned about what she had said about me, and made an effort to look better and take better care of my appearance. As a result, some women started to notice, and eventually, I got a cute girlfriend. I guess in that sense, I got Sarah to thank for that.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Mia! Let's go to a cool party tonight. Hey, Hillary, a bit too sudden, don't you think? It's been 6 months since we graduated from college, and you call me out of the blue to go to some party? And what's more, you know I'm really not into that stuff. I had no one else to call. I was a bit reluctant to invite you, Mia. Oh yeah? So if I refuse, wouldn't be much of a problem. See you then. Hold on. Hear me out first. That kind of attitude in this day and age is not gonna cut it. If you're too poor to go, just say so. Say, I don't have any money for that, or something. I wouldn't care one bit. Oh, yeah, thanks. But didn't you say you had like 5 boyfriends? You want to go to a party and meet more or something? Yeah, I guess. So you want to go to a party to meet a bunch of guys? Those 5 guys I went out with, I dumped them all. They were boring. I'm in the process of finding a new batch of guys. Boy, you really have not changed at all, LOL. You're just a poor girl that doesn't understand the joys of male company. Unlike you, a daughter of a company president needs a lot of guys around her. It enhances her beauty. Oh, is that so? This party tonight, the guys that are going to be there are real elites, very good future prospects. Sons of company presidents. Some even started IT businesses, even a couple of doctors. So it's not a party anybody can go to. But I'm the daughter of a company president, so I'm one of the elites. But the 2 girls I was supposed to go with canceled at the last minute. Oh, I get it. So I'm just there as a body count. Body count? It's not just that, you know? That's what I like about you, Mia. No need to explain. You get right to the point. Even if you're mediocre, and you certainly are, the moment you stand next to a beauty and elite like me, well, there is no denying the total difference between us. Well, I really can't comprehend this fashion sense you have, covering yourself with all this gaudy so-called brand junk. Junk, huh? You're just envious that you can't afford it. I'm an executive's daughter. I have to be a role model for all the women out there. It'd be a crime not to do so. Oh, that's so very wonderful. Which means if I attend, it would ruin everything. So, next time then. Bye. Come on, be a good sport. Huh? Please? For a penniless girl like you, this is a good chance to eat your fill. Save on dinner, get a few free drinks in the process. Yeah, I paid exuberant entrance fee and I'm in the red. Are you serious? The entrance fee is only $50. Oh my god, that's way over my monthly allowance. There may never be a chance like this in your life, especially a penniless pauper like yourself. Thanks, but no thanks. Come on, I'm pleading with you. Oh, hold it a second. Huh? Earlier you said 2 of the girls canceled. Yeah, so what? So, are you going to invite another person? Not yet. I was going to get someone after convincing you. Okay, here's the deal. If my friend can come, I'll attend. Oh yeah? Who is this friend of yours? Her name is Elena. She just got back from living overseas. Overseas? Yeah, Elena went to high school and college in the UK. Wow, sounds kind of exotic. So studying overseas means she's pretty well off. We were together during elementary school and junior high. We're childhood friends. After graduating from college overseas, she started working in the same company as me. But if she's so well off, why work? Yeah, well, she wants to make it on her own. So she has to work to make a living. Is that what you're saying? Elena just asked me where this party is going to take place. It's at that new restaurant/bar down on 5th Street. Oh yeah, that place. Elena's never been there and said she would love to go. She's never been there? She's also never been to these boy meet girl kind of parties and said she wants to check it out. What do you say? Oh yeah? Was it always like this? Can't even afford to go to a local restaurant. Where do you people eat? FYI, Elena's not exactly poor. I'm willing to invite her since you're too poor and would never have this opportunity to go to such a high-class party. You know I feel sorry for you guys. It'll be a good experience for you. Okay, sounds good. All right then. I'll send over the details later. Hey, Elena. It was fun, huh?
Oh, hello, Hillary. Yes, it was. Thank you very much for inviting us today.
Did you like the party?
Yes, very much. It's not often I can experience such a get-together. I really appreciate the opportunity.
It was really nothing special, the usual party. But because I'm the daughter of a company president, I was able to gather up that many eligible guys.
I have to say, Hillary, I'm totally impressed. To be honest, this is the first time I was able to have drinks with such fine gentlemen.
You know, I thought so. You seem so out of place. I thought it may have been your first experience. So all this time you've been living a drab and uninteresting life, huh?
Yes, you're right. I realize how inexperienced I was in such matters. Do you often have the opportunity to socialize with fine young men?
Yeah, I guess. I always have at least 3 guys.
That's really wonderful.
But I have to say, being poor really sucks. On the other hand, I'm having trouble keeping the guys away from me.
It seems you are a very loose woman.
Huh?
I have the opportunity to accompany my father on various social functions, but...
Huh? Social functions?
Yes, my father often invites business people to social gatherings.
Elena, is your father a company president or something?
Oh, pardon me. Did I not mention it? My grandfather is the CEO of Hendrix Industries and also runs several of its subsidiaries. My father is the president of Hendrix Trading.
Did you just say Hendrix Industries? One of the largest conglomerates in the world?
Yes, I have lived a cloistered life, so it was the first time I was able to enjoy such a boisterous time with such gentlemen.
Yeah, that's all fine and all, but Hendrix Industries, really?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And what's this about loose women?
Oh, that? Maybe it was a poor choice of words.
What do you mean?
Well, during the party, I went to the powder room. The other girls, excluding you and Mia, of course, were also there. One of the girls said, "Hillary is such a loose woman. That's why the guys clamor around her," or something to that effect.
What?
Yes, I was confused by the term loose woman. Since you're having such trouble with men, I would very much like to offer my help.
What do you mean?
I'm so sorry. I am not quite sure what loose woman actually means. Is it the size of your clothes, perhaps? Do your undergarments and dresses not align with your body measurements? That could be the reason they feel loose.
Huh?
We own several clothing companies which may be just right for you. If you like, I can introduce you to the shop.
Hold on a second.
This shop has a specialist that measures your body down to a fraction of an inch. Whenever I purchase clothes, I often visit them. If you're having difficulties discouraging men from annoying you, I think you should select clothing that attracts a specific type of gentleman that is close to your preferences. This shop can custom design and create fashionable clothes that fit you perfectly. They can also coordinate different fashions for different occasions. I highly recommend them. I think you would be beautiful in them.
Ugh, forget it.
Huh?
Please, just forget I ever contacted you.
Really?
Yes, goodbye.
Yes, it was a pleasure talking with you, Hillary.
Hey, Mia, are you there? Who in the hell is that? Elena.
Oh, hey, Hillary. The party just ended. Don't you have to send line messages to all the guys you met?
Forget that. What's this about her being the daughter of that Hendrix Corporation?
Oh, yeah. I guess she didn't mention that part at the party.
Why does a super rich girl even know a penniless nothing like you?
As I said, we went to school together. And now we work at the same company.
That's what's weird.
What's weird?
Why is a girl like that even working? And it's not even related to her father's company.
Just because her father's a company president doesn't mean she doesn't want to work.
Huh?
I mean, she's the heir to a huge corporation. Seems logical to gain work experience if she's going to take over someday.
Huh? Heir to a corporation?
You know, Elena seems a bit bubbly, but actually she's super smart. Of course, she speaks English, but she also speaks Spanish, German, Chinese. I think it's like 9 or 10 languages.
10 languages?
She knows so much about the stock market, too. So good she could probably make a living as a trader. She's a business genius if you ask me.
Really?
But you know how she is. She doesn't have a lot of real-world experience or how to socialize normally, so her father is really worried about her. So in order for her to get that experience, she was recruited by my father's company to get the experience she needs.
Huh? Hold on a second.
What is it?
She's working at your father's company?
Yeah, that's right. Not the huge corporation like Elena's father, but oh yeah, there's a subcontracting company we're currently working with that has the same last name as yours.
Subcontracting company?
It's not a common name around here. Hey, could it be a relative of yours?
Huh? What are you saying?
Well, forget that. It was a good opportunity to get to know Elena, wasn't it?
Huh?
You're always saying you want someone rich and awesome to be in your circle of friends. I am so glad I was able to introduce Elena to you.
Yeah, thanks. All right then, I'm pretty busy. I better get going.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for today. Just so you know, Elena was sincere about helping Hillary. That invitation to the party came when Elena and I were having lunch. As I was talking, she was fascinated by the prospect of going to such a party. It's almost as if I went along with her. When I explained the true meaning of loose woman, she was frantic with worry. She was adamant about apologizing to Hillary for such a rude comment, but I explained to her that it was a good lesson for her and that she actually did her a favor.
Since that incident, we haven't heard from Hillary, but the other day I contacted the subcontracting company, and the person that answered sounded just like Hillary. Her father probably made her start working at his company to gain some real-world experience.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.